All right, well, it's been a couple of weeks since I've made a video or done any work at all on the boat because it's been cold. The last time I made a video, the next day we got like 6 inches of snow and it pretty much just shut me down. We had mornings that were in the teens and highs in the 30s, and I had a real busy couple of weeks at work too, so I didn't have a chance to get to it. Last weekend I had to build shelves for my work trailer because we're selling the work van for obvious reasons to help fund the repairs of the boat. And also, and it rained all day on Sunday and it was just cold as a dickens. So today is gorgeous and I got a bunch of work done. It's probably mid 50s, got my long johns on. I know I'm a weenie, but it's Texas and it's 50s and that's cold to me. But anyway, got it, a lot work done. So let's go over everything we got done today. I got the most thing that I was kind of worried about was getting that out drive off. It's heavy, and so what I did is I built a new drive stand. Well, it's not as nice as my one for my Alpha, but it works. I threw it together in about 5 minutes with the scrap lumber I had left. A little surprise I had, and I think I'm gonna have to fix it, is if you look at the splines on this, you see how they're bent. Looks like he smacked a rock or something like that with the drive. And it's bent the splines this way. So I don't know if that's a major issue. I didn't notice any vibrations when we were driving it. It wasn't doing anything really funny, but obviously that probably needs to be replaced. At least the lower does. And SEI Engineering sells one of them for like $995, which is the lower. So I'll probably end up replacing that. I'm not sure if I'll do it right away because I don't know if that's going to be in the budget. But everything looks good here. A little bit of surface rust, and then they use like brown grease. Stuff's nasty, but no problems whatsoever as far as that. I may replace those U-joints, although they do look new. Not quite sure what I'm going to do there, but it sure needs a lot of tender loving care. It needs new anodes, needs a coat of paint, but everything seems nice and clean when you turn it over. And the drive grease was the right color, was not milky color. But the one thing I noticed, which was kind of weird, is that this bellows is new, but there's water in there. If you look, I don't know if you can see it or not, but let me turn on the light for you. There we go. Okay, so you see all the brown grease in there, the nastiness, and there's a little bit of water. That's all that was in there, was about an ounce. I don't know how it would have got in there. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I guess once I get this gimbal housing off, I can assess it. But I don't know why there'd be water in there with a brand new, and it looks gorgeous. I mean, it's in a perfect shape. But that looks like mud in there, doesn't it? But it's actually brown grease. I took it out, and it's not mud. It's not dirt or anything like that. However, remember what I was saying in previous video about how I was worried about how the engine was off, was out of alignment. Well, it is. It's actually, you can hear, listen. It's rubbing a lot on the top. It goes in and out fairly smooth, but it's not like my other boat where it just slides in and out really easy. You can actually, when you put the grease on there, you can see it's rubbing a lot off the top and the bottom is left alone. So another thing is, remember the gimbal bearing? Listen. The gimbal bearing is shot. It makes all kinds of noise, and when you rotate it with your finger, you can feel it bumping around. So obviously the engine being out of alignment because of the rotten stringers and stuff just makes it nasty. So it's going to get a new gimbal bearing there. And I spent about 4.5 to 5 hours today getting as much forward as I possibly can. And I think I've found the end of the rock, guys. It is way up here, but I think the nice thing is I'm not going to have to take out those upper underneath the bow areas, because this is actually, the cap comes on top of it. I was really dreading getting those out, but if you look at the side of the stringer here, you can see where it stops right here. The stringer's rotten. This is actually fiberglass right here. It's actually rotten up till that spot, and then it's nice clean wood. So I think I might be able to, I'm going to still take the deck all the way up and follow the stringer all the way up and replace the deck up to those boards. But and then this one's even better. It stops way back here. And then actually scarf the stringers together. But the funny thing is these stringers are actually like, I don't know, 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. Actually, no, they're probably like 1/2 inch plywood. So I'm probably going to use a little better than that. I do have a little rot right there, and so I'll probably just cut that section out and then just splice in a new section of wood. But we're making progress here. I guess, gosh, I got to get next weekend. I got to pull out the engine, and then we can start really getting the gas tank out. And then I'm going to measure all the stringers from side to side, how far they're away from each other. I'm going to measure from the hull up, and also, you know, of course, because this is weird. You've got actually 3 different stringer areas of how they work. They're actually cut. Like they come here and the L's up, and then it goes straight forward, stops, goes back over, and then straight forward again. So it seems like they're actually using the foam more for structural than they are the stringers, which is kind of weird. The only one that's actually continuous is this side one right here. So we'll make sure that one's nice and strong. So anyway, I'll measure all these about every 6 inches just to make sure they're perfect, and I'm going to try to get them out in one piece, so therefore I can trace them. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But anyway, that's pretty much where it is now. Once I get the engine out, I'll work tomorrow, of course, also getting more of this junk out, but I'll get the engine out next weekend, so that way we can assess the transom damage, if there's any, and of course get the rest of that deck out in the back. So I think that's about it for right now, other than just beating my butt. And this is killing me.